Hello. Welcome to Avocado's English Podcast. Today, we are going to talk about one of the best ways to improve your English speaking skills, practicing every single day. You might think it is hard to find someone to speak English with. Or maybe you live where not many people speak English. That's okay. You don't need anyone else to start speaking English. The secret is to practice daily, even if it is just for a few minutes. Speaking a new language is like learning to ride a bike or play a new game. At first, it feels strange, and you might make mistakes. But the more you practice, the easier it becomes. I remember when I first started learning English, I felt shy and scared to speak because I thought my words were wrong. But I made a habit to speak English every day, even when I was alone. For example, I used to describe what I was doing in English, like I am drinking water or I am opening the door. It helped me think in English, not just translate in my head. This habit of speaking daily builds your brain's ability to speak faster and with more confidence. It does not matter if your grammar's perfect or if your vocabulary is small. What matters is that you speak every day. This is the best way to improve because speaking is a skill that needs practice, not just studying. If you want to get better at English speaking, start now by speaking about simple things in your life. It can be in your mind or out loud, whispering or talking to yourself. Don't wait for the perfect moment or the perfect teacher. Use every day to practice and make English a part of your life. Remember, the first step to speaking better English is to speak often, even if it is only a little bit every day. Your confidence will grow, and soon speaking English will feel natural. One of the easiest ways to practice speaking English is to talk to yourself about the things you do every day. This is called self-talk. And it is a very simple habit that can help your brain think in English. You don't need to say difficult sentences. Just describe small actions or things around you. For example, when you wake up in the morning, you can say to yourself, I am getting out of bed now. I feel a little sleepy. When you go to the bathroom, you can say, I am brushing my teeth. The water is cold. When you dress, try saying, I am putting on my shirt. These shoes are comfortable. These simple sentences help you use English naturally in your daily life. Let me tell you a story from my own experience. When I was learning English, I lived in a small town where no one spoke English. I felt lonely and worried because I had no one to practice with. So, I started talking to my pet dog in English. I would say, Good morning, Max. Do you want to go for a walk? It sounded funny, but it helped me speak out loud without fear. I practiced describing my day, and slowly, my speaking got better. Even if your pet or objects don't answer, talking to them helps you speak more often. You can also ask yourself simple questions and answer them. For example, what should I eat today? Maybe rice and chicken. This helps you practice vocabulary and sentence structure without pressure. The important part is to keep speaking regularly. If you whisper or speak in your mind, that's okay too. The goal is to get your brain used to English words and sentences every day. Try this right now. Look around your room and say out loud what you see. There is a table. The chair is blue. I have a notebook. Doing this every day will build your confidence and make speaking English feel easier. Remember, self-talk is a powerful tool for beginners. It helps you practice without needing anyone else. Keep it simple and speak every day. There are many easy tools and methods you can use to make your daily English practice more fun and effective. One of my favorite methods is recording your voice. Using your phone, you can talk about your day, your feelings, or your plans for 1 or 2 minutes. Don't worry about mistakes. This is only practice. When you listen to yourself later, you can hear what sounds good and what you want to improve. Over time, you will notice your pronunciation and speaking get better. Reading aloud is another helpful way to practice. You can pick any short story, news article, or even a social media post in English. Read it slowly and clearly. This helps with your pronunciation and makes your speaking smoother. For example, I remember reading a simple story about a cat that got lost. I read the sentences out loud every day for a week. After some time, I could say the story without looking at the text. This practice helped me feel more confident when I tell stories in English. Another fun method is shadowing. Shadowing means listening to a short sentence from a video or podcast and then repeating it right away, trying to copy the speaker's tone and speed. I tried this with my favorite English TV show. I paused the video after a sentence and said the same words with the same feelings. It made my English sound more natural and helped me learn new expressions. Using these tools is a great way to practice English speaking, even if you don't have a partner. Recording yourself, reading aloud, and shadowing can be done anytime while you're waiting, cooking, or walking. Try to do them for just 5 minutes a day. It may seem small, but it really adds up. Remember, practice is practice, no matter how simple it looks. Using these methods will make your English clearer and your voice stronger. Keep trying and don't give up. Adding English to your daily life can be simple and fun. You don't need special time or place to practice speaking. The key is to use small moments during your day to speak English. For example, when you are cooking, you can say, "I am making rice. The water is hot." When you clean your room, say, "I am folding clothes. This shirt is soft." These little sentences keep your speaking muscle active and help you get used to speaking English naturally. Let me share a story. Once, I was very busy with work and thought I had no time to practice English. But I realized I could speak English while doing small tasks. While washing dishes, I said, "I am washing the dishes. This plate is very dirty." It felt a little strange at first, but after a few days, it became a normal habit. I noticed I spoke English more confidently when I met new people later. If you live with family, you can practice by speaking English with them, even if they don't understand. It helps you get used to using words in real conversations. If you live alone, try talking to your pet or objects. I sometimes talk to my mirror in the morning. I say, "Today, I will speak English clearly." This might feel funny, but it builds your confidence. Another easy way to practice is to change the language on your phone or computer to English. This small change forces you to read and think in English often. You can also write your shopping list or daily plans in English. When you see the words, say them out loud. By adding English into your environment and daily tasks, you make practice a natural part of your life. Remember, speaking English every day in simple ways is better than studying hard only once in a while. Many learners feel afraid to speak English because they worry about making mistakes. I have been there too. When I started speaking, I often hesitated and thought, what if I say something wrong? But I learned that mistakes are not bad. They help you learn and improve. Let me tell you a story. Once, I was at a restaurant and tried to order food in English. I said, "I want to eat chicken soup, please." But the waiter didn't understand me well. I felt embarrassed. Instead of stopping, I tried again. "Chicken soup, please." The waiter smiled and brought the soup. I learned that it is okay to repeat or try different words. After this experience, I was less afraid to speak. Mistakes teach your brain the right way to say things. Every time you correct yourself, your English becomes stronger. The key is to keep speaking and not to stop because of fear. You can practice by telling stories about your day or your feelings in English. For example, say, "Today, I felt happy. I went to the park. I saw many birds." This helps you use different words and tenses without pressure. If you want, you can also practice role play. Imagine a situation like shopping or calling a friend, and speak as if you are really there. This prepares you for real conversations and builds confidence. Remember, even native speakers make mistakes sometimes. The important part is to keep speaking and learning. Mistakes are your friends on the journey to fluency. Staying confident and motivated is very important when learning to speak English. Speaking a new language can be hard, but if you make it fun and part of your daily life, it becomes easier. One way to build confidence is to use role play. Pretend you are in a restaurant, airport, or grocery store. For example, say, "Can I have a table for two?" Or "Where is the check-in counter?" Practicing these conversations at home helps you feel ready for real situations. I remember practicing at home before my trip abroad. When I spoke to airport staff, I was calm and confident because I had practiced the words many times. Another good habit is keeping a small English diary. Every day, write 3 to 5 simple sentences about your day, then read them out loud. This practice helps you use writing, reading, and speaking together. It also makes you more comfortable with English. Sometimes, you might feel tired or want to stop. At those moments, think about why you started learning English. Maybe you want to travel, get a better job, or meet new friends. Keeping your goal in mind helps you stay motivated. Remember, learning English is a journey. Practice a little every day, even 5 minutes counts. The important thing is to speak regularly, enjoy the process, and believe in yourself. With daily practice, your speaking will improve step by step. If you like this episode, please like and subscribe to Avocado's English Podcast for more tips and stories. Keep speaking, keep practicing, and keep believing. Your English journey is alive and growing every day.